What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be talking about how I took these two winning trades. I didn't really make that much money today. I made a little under 500 bucks, so another really small day for me, which was kind of underwhelming. I got extremely lucky, which you guys will see why I got lucky, but this was my trades. Last TP was 1.73 risk to reward and then 2.37 risk to reward for both of my trades. I'll go into why I got them. I didn't get stopped out, as you guys can see. And then it ended up hitting, but I actually got stopped, or not stopped. I only got the one take profit hit right here. As you can see, it was one tick away, but it ended up filling on my accounts instead of like what it looks like on the chart. So I got pretty lucky with that, and then I got stopped out at break even, and then it proceeded to go back up and hit every other take profit. I'll go into my bias for today, what my bias was, why my bias was what it was, and stuff like that. It's gonna be a little bit quicker of a video today, but anyways, I have lots of shit drawn out, and I'll get into that. I'll get into also why I only traded ES today and not NQ, because if you look at the 4 hour, NQ had this high right up here, whereas ES didn't have a high right here, meaning I was fully thinking that ES was going to go up farther than NQ just because of the fact that ES already swept out this high. There's no more liquidity above it. As you can see, I have another line drawn up above it. And the next drawn liquidity for NQ was 340 ticks away. And I was not willing to be like, okay, it's going to go up there, so I'm not going to target up there, because I didn't think price was going to go up here and sweep out this liquidity, this high time frame liquidity, when there's nothing resting above it. If it was matching highs with this, then I would start doing that, but it wasn't at all. So in turn, I just didn't do it. My bias was actually, coming into the day, I was short, and then I decided to go long just because the market took out London lows on ES, and then on NQ was actually one tick away from London lows. So it was 3 ticks away, sorry. And it was 3 ticks away on NQ from London lows. And I mean, people probably took shorts right here. And, I was debating on taking shorts right there, but then I just wasn't confident in it going down without taking out London highs, these hourly highs, these 4 hour highs right up here. So in turn, what I do, I, took these trades. I entered right here on ES for my first entry, TP1, stop loss. I had a really tight stop loss. It was a 1 to 1.1 risk to reward ratio. It was, not a good risk to reward at all. And my second trade, though, was definitely a lot better of a risk to reward, going to a 1.86. So I'm kind of evening out right there with probably a 1.4, I would say, but maybe even a 1.5, probably a 1.4 high, but I'm evening out, and it ended up, playing in my favor, and it took out these highs. Obviously, I missed this, move when it went back up, but I wasn't going to re-enter just because I got broke even and then, re-enter for more contracts. I literally took like half out for my contract size for the first TP, and then I had another half running, and I would have made a lot more money today if these TPs got hit. And I'm a little bit upset about it because, who doesn't want more money? And, when you're already up a lot of money, it's hard to just be like, no, I'm going to, just let this go to break even. And then even though I know my bias is going to go all the way up here, I'm not going to risk it because I already made my money. It's time for me to get out of the market. And I didn't want to trade NQ Because why? Those 4-hour highs all the way up here. Price isn't going to go another 250 ticks just to get those to those highs. So instead, I traded ES and, took these 2 trades, and I won. And you know what? That's all I can ask for. The risk reward for all TPs to get hit was 1.66 and 2.61. So my risk reward was pretty good if all take profits got hit, but only one of them got hit. And it was a no news Monday, which was interesting for how good price action was today. I was kind of surprised. It was a little bit choppy right here, and I was a little bit worried that I was going to get stopped out right here. But then when it proceeded to break structure, I was like, okay, there's no way I'm getting stopped out for this trade. And then I entered in a lot more size for the second entry, and then I had a little bit of size and then a lot of size right here. And I rode that bitch up. And, we're definitely getting back to better price action because this trade was 26 minutes, whereas my trades my average trade is like 10 to 15. So we're definitely getting better price action. Instead of taking hour-long trades, it's only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, which is a lot better, a lot less stress when your money's going up and down all the time. And yeah, now I expect price for the weekly outcome is I expect price to go down to these London lows again, Asia lows, these lows right here. I have a lot of lines drawn out. These 4-hour lows, probably 4-hour lows, 4-hour lows. I'm expecting price to go down all the way over here because of this huge 4-hour SMT that's created on ES and NQ. Like, if for this week, I am expecting bearish completely for the entire week. And I was expecting that today, but then, I can't just be so stubborn on my bias because it was clear and obvious that price just wanted to go up. And, I wish it went down, or I wish I wanted it to go down, but it just didn't. And it even created more SMT right here, which is just insane. Just SMT on SMT. And that is just nuts. But it's like, look, the reason why, the market's, this is a little bit of sauce right here. The reason why the market's creating SMT is because why would NQ go out and take these highs again? They're already protected highs because what's above it? The next drawn liquidity is 170 ticks away. Compared to ES, when ES took out this draw right here, it technically never took it out on ES, meaning it's going to go back up there. And then it took out this high, and then it took out this high. And that kept trying to push higher, but then guess what? There was nothing. So it just didn't push higher at all. Which, like I said, I could have made a lot more money today, but I'm just glad I made money on a no news Monday. So yeah, that was it for today. A little quick recap. Just wanted to get it posted. But yeah, that was my trade for today. My 2 trades. Started off the week pretty strong. So that's what I'm happy about. I'm happy I didn't start with a loss because that could have been brutal, honestly. But yeah, here's the trades. You can take pictures of them. You can, test why I got in if you want. But I'm not really trying to hide my strategy too much. It's just, I'll do a brief little overview and then, yeah, that's what I got. If you guys want to take trades like me, we do coaching calls. So coaching calls will be in the link in the description. Or if you just want to follow me on my Instagram or TikTok, links in the description for that, for Instagram, TikTok, everything. And last thing, if you want to join my free Discord, I give, the quickest overviews right after I'm done trading. I will always go in there and talk about how if I won or if I lost. It doesn't matter if I lost. I'm still going to talk about it, and I'm still going to post a YouTube video, but you'll definitely see my trades a lot sooner if you join my Discord. And it's completely free, like I said. And then we also do free live calls. We'll do them every so often. The next one is going to be, I think, June 20th or something. I forget. I'll have to look, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, if you want to see anything, everything's in the link in the description below. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Peace.